So we can start, okay? We are live on YouTube. Today we are talking about family. And first, I want to know about Mariana. Can you introduce yourself? So guys, it's not necessary request because I remember all the people, but there is someone in the first time here?
No.
No, okay, yeah. I just request that because it's important to talk about the TNT. Yeah. And let me just, yeah. So, and just to remember, the conversation, it's just for training. Can you listen, okay, Mariana?
Não, fica travando toda hora. Agora eu não sei se é aqui ou se é, sei lá, eu acho que é aqui, para mim.
Okay. Deborah and Katiana, can you read me, okay? The connection is good?
Yes, clear.
Okay. Yeah, I request because Mariana appear.
Não é somente você. Quando as outras pessoas falam, também fica travando para mim.
Yeah, maybe it's a connection. Yeah?
Yeah.
So, yeah, how can I said before, guys, maybe if you want, you can turn off your camera or not, maybe, okay? But let's go. Yeah, today we are talking about family, and just remember us. I'm not a teacher. I'm here like us to have a conversation, practice the language, and to learn. Okay. And Mariana, can you introduce yourself, please?
Yes. Morning, everyone. I am Mariana. I am 28 years old. I'm married. I have a dog. I'm from Brazil. In this moment, I live in Czech Republic, and I am here in TALKNTAK almost 1 month, approximatamente, because I need to improve my English very quickly. Just that for now.
Okay, thank you. I'm here to improve my English too. Yeah. And we just wait to do that. It's practice, yeah. So, Katiana, can you introduce yourself, please?
Yes. I'm Katiana. I'm 39 years old. I live in Vitória, Espírito Santo. I'm an engineer. I work in the engineer area completely 16 years last March. Now I work in the oil and gas company with new projects in the oil and gas company. And I completed 1 year in TALKNTALK last April. And Mariana is the best place for your improve your skills in English very fast, because in the past I'm not a person who speak very well in English. I am very shy, and before the TALKNTALK it's more easier for speaking English. Believe and stay here every day, because it's a place for your speaking English every day. And I'm married. I have a little daughter. My daughter is almost 6 years, and I think it's these little things about me.
Thank you for sharing that information. I use your types like Mariana, yeah, because it's important, and I totally agree with you when you talk about how important it's practicing the language, yeah. So, Deborah, can you introduce yourself, please?
Okay, sure. Hello, girls. I'm Deborah. I'm 32 years old. I'm a data analyst, but I'm degree in the administration. I'm married, don't have babies, and I'm from Fortaleza, Ceará. Hello, Ben. Yeah. But I'm living right now in Portugal. And I totally agree, Katiana, because it's a good place about improving English. And in my case, I'm starting here since the December the last year, and but my English is very poor about the they speak and improve, but right now I'm not considered a person shy person because I'm trying speak English another persons in street hours. Yeah. And this is a little bit about me.
Thank you. And I remember you, Deborah, because I'm from Fortaleza.
Yeah.
So, and I think that subject is very important because we are talking about family, yeah. And I think Mariana and you and me, I don't know about Katiana, but we live in another state, yeah, or in another country. So I think because I'm felt about my family, yeah. I feel something like a miss support about my family, yeah. So, by the way, I will introduce myself. Okay, I'm from Fortaleza, Ceará, but I live in Salvador, Bahia. Um, I I tried to introduce myself in a different way because I realized my way to introduce myself is the same thing. So I will challenge me. And my friends call me Belle, but my name is Alberlene. And I live with my sister. I have two dogs. And the moment I have three dogs at my home. So sometimes my dogs try enjoying the conversation. And like now, okay. So we are start with the conversation, and I want to know about Katiana. What does family mean to you?
For me, it's everything. I'm a family person. I love stay with my family in the weekend. I enjoy this moment. My daughter grew up very fast, and if it's possible, I stay with my daughter all the weekend. Sometimes it's exhausting, exhaustive, but it's a very good moment. And for me, family it's important because it's the base of the for in my life. It's the base. It's very important, and I think it's this. It's a good topic today.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you. It's the same thing. It's my family, it's my support, yeah, in my life. And about you, Mariana, what does the family means to you? What's your conception about family?
Vocês conseguem me ouvir bem? Okay.
Yeah.
My family, it's very important for me. Principal, my mother, because I grew up with my mother and my father, but my father it's a little hard with us. It's no, it's difficult to say about him, but my mother and my brother is very important for me. It's eu sou muito ligada a eles. And this weekend, I feel a little far from here, the platform, because the last holiday, my family reunion in Brazil, and this make me a little sad, and I into in a little depression about this because I'm very sentimental. But my mother and my brothers and my sister is very important for me. Like Katiana said, suporte. No suporte, suporte financeiro, but emotional.
Yeah, I totally agree with you because when you need to do different or when you decide try to do something like oh, I will move it to another country. It's a big decision in your life. And I think you pay attention about your family because if your family gives that support, yeah, it's easy to take that decision. Yeah. Family,
Yeah,
it's everything when you need to do something.
and
Please go
sorry.
ahead.
No, I will complete it because I have two nephews, two boys, and my nephew from my sister is very important for me. It's like é como se fosse meu. And yesterday was her birthday, so I'm feel more sad because I don't be there, but it's the life. And todo mundo vai passar por isso, eu
Yeah,
acho.
sometimes it's hard because I miss you, my family all the time. But yeah, it's the adult life. Yeah, it's choice about your life. So, and about you, Deborah, what the family means to you?
Well, I believe that my family is my emotional support, and I this his they are my, I don't know, how can I say, this is my reason about I go ahead in my way. I think this is very important for me and my mom, my mother, and my sister. I believe close, yeah, but I feel very emotional support, like como eles estivessem aqui, because they are very próximos a mim.
Yeah,
I think this.
yeah, family. It's like it's. I don't know. I don't have another word about that. I think support. It's not just a support like a financial support or material support. It's emotional support. When you have your family, you have a strong connections with another persons. Yeah. So it's very, very important. And Katiana, you have two kids, yeah?
No, I have one kid. I have one daughter.
Okay, yeah. But you can understood just with that conversation, just with that only question, how important is the mother in the family?
Yeah, I think the mother is the middle of the family.
Yeah.
Because everything is around the mother, I think.
Yeah.
Because my mother said one thing, said one thing when I was younger, and everything I remember this. My daughter, you understand the importance of your kids, of your family after you have kids, because the life is totally different. Your emotions, the how do you see the things in the world, it's different. And you sleeping and wake up thinking about the family and the daughter and how can improve the things for the family. It's very different. The model you brain change very fast, and for the other in the other mode after your kid born born one kid and born a new woman. I think for me it's this.
Yeah, and I can understand you, but it's different because I think I just will feel that when I become a mother. Yeah, because we can understood that, but it's something like experience. We need experience that to change your feelings and give your life on another person, because all the mothers, it's amazing and take care about your son. Yeah.
Yes, Belle, I think I'm very happy with my life before my daughter, because I'm a very success person in the with my professional life. I travel a lot, but I don't change and my life for my mother's life. My mother's life, it's a crazy life because I don't have time for anything in my life now, because everything is around my daughter, the house, my job. But now it's different when I see my daughter sleeping. I think, and I feel the cheiro. It's crazy. It's very crazy because I think if these feelings you understand after you have a baby, it's very crazy. I think it's about hormones, feelings, and the other things, but I love. If it's possible, se eu ganhar na Mega Sena, eu vou ter mais uns 5.
Yeah, I think it's about love. Yeah, it's sometimes we can describe that. It's amazing. Yeah. So yeah, and I really appreciate that. Yeah, I appreciate my mother and all the mothers that um, give support to your son. Yeah, your daughter, your kids. So go ahead, guys, about that because we are talking about to be a mother, to be about family connections. Yeah. And the second question is, how was your family influenced? Who are you today? And Deborah, what can you say about that?
Well, I think yes, because I think I'm becoming the good person because I have a base about the good situation, good points, like my mom said, my father said, and but I try go ahead in my way different like my parents because I think it's very good too. Yeah, you understand the way your parents, but you go ahead in your way. Yeah, but I think this I live in the different moments, but I love this about the difference. I think is becoming the strong emotion. Yeah, I think this.
Perfect. Yeah, the family is responsible about your education, emotional education, about everything in your life. Yeah. Because when you're born, you don't know about the life. So we need a family, a support to continue and grow up. Yeah. So what do you think about that, Mariana? Do you think you are influenced by your family?
Yes. I don't know how to say, but my mother is very important for me. And Katiana said before she wants to have 5 kids. Me too. Because I don't know. She is very important for me, and everything he's doing in your life is for his kids. So she influenced me in like be a wife, a good person, to serve God, and be honest, you know. So when I have a kid, I want to be for there a little if she was for me and my brothers.
Yeah, because of that, about your answer, I was thinking about that. And the question for Maria Katiana will be a little different because I want to know if Katiana change your way to live or to do something because your daughter.
Yeah,
Can you
yeah.
understand the question, Katiana?
The question?
Yeah, because the question
Okay.
was something like
You understand that in the finish, she said if because the love if he has for daughters or kids, ela poderia, pelo amor que ela sente pelos filhos, né? Ela gostaria de ter pelo menos uns 5. Então, é meio que nesse sentido que minha mãe foi tão amável com a gente, eu gosto tanto de criança que eu quero ter essa sensação de ter uns 5 filhos. e passar um pouco do que ela me ensinou para ele.
Yeah, but
Eu acho
that's
que
you.
eu não
You are very influenced by your mother. Yeah, from your mother.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, I really admire my mother. Some people of my family. Yeah, my mother is the crucial in my life, but I have other reference in my family, like my grandmother, some other parents. Like yeah, I think so. And about Katiana, I want.
Sorry.
So go ahead.
It's a little strange because most of the questions that you answered about my mother, because I don't have grandmother all my life, and my minhas tias, I don't have so much connection with. So
No problem, because sometimes the family, it's just your mother or your sister or brother. For example, I have a big family, yeah, from Fortaleza. But nowadays I just live with my sister. So here in Salvador, I just have my sister like a family, yeah. And no problem to talk
yes.
about your mother, because I know the mother is very important in your life,
Yeah.
in our life, yeah. And I want to know about Katiana because I want to know if Katiana change your way to live in order to education your daughter. Can you understand the question, Katiana? You
Yeah.
are influenced by your daughter?
I after my daughter born, I think I see the world with other eyes, because, for example, now if it's possible, I choose a job who is possible stay more with my daughter, because now I work at home, from home, and for me it's very important to stay together, my daughter, because she grew up very fast. She completed 6 years in this month, and I teaching these things for my daughter, because it's important to have a time for stay together, your family, dedicate the things every day. When my daughter go to the bed, I pray, my husband and I pray with my daughter, read a book, stay for one moment, thank a God for everything in our life. And I think these things, it's very important, because if the kids don't understand the importance about gratitude, about love, about family, probably in the future, when we have a connection with a husband, with a boyfriend or friends, she don't have padrão para comparar do que é o amor, and the love born in your family. If you don't have parents who have time or don't support the love, you looking for the love in the other space with the friends, and sometimes the friend, it's not a good person, because teenager and sometimes don't have a base for choose a better things. But I think for me, these things change before I have my daughter, because I understand the importance of the family. Because in the past, for example, I have a very good job in a very good company, and okay, I'm very happy in that position. I stay in the factory to 11, 12 hours a day. But now, if it's possible, I don't put my feet in the company. I stay at home every time. And for me, these things is important. In the past, I think it's a very good time, because I'm a grow up in my profession, and I think this experience, that experience is important for me. But if it's possible, return to this salary, and with a big team and many responsibility, and don't stay together my family, I no, today I not choose these things.
Yeah, we become a responsible person about the other lives, yeah. And in the same way, in the same time, we are more motivated to improve yourself. And yeah, the family is crucial for life. Yeah, so it's really important. And I'm thinking about that because I'm really grateful about my family. Yeah, because I have that support about education. It's not just about material support, because I don't have a lot of things like financial, yeah, but emotionally, to talk about that, it's very important. And yeah, so Deborah, can you read I think it's the third question and answer for us, please?
About the favorite family tradition?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I remember it's about the old tradition in my family. It's like asking for the blessing, and I think it's normal in Nordeste, yeah, but I don't know in other countries. And but a specific tradition in my family, like my mom, for example, and to be a working woman. I think it's a good tradition in my family. My sister too is a working woman too, and I try. I bring it for me this tradition, yeah, too, and become the working woman very well. And I try become the be better every day. I think it is. But I think this true tradition. I remember
Perfect.
right now.
Perfect. Yeah.
Your family have the tradition. Do you ask for the blessing?
Yeah, all the time. It's like, oh, you need to be a education kid. You need to do that. Do you understood, Mariana and Katiana? Because we
Yeah.
are from Fortaleza. Yeah. So it's very common. Yeah, and in the Fortaleza, Ceará. But I don't know about another states. It's a good question, Deborah. But yeah, it's really good because it's like to be respectful about your parents, about your your family. It's really good. And today I continue to do that. I'm not a kid, but it's important. For example, by the way, guys, my grandmother use WhatsApp message, and when she don't talk me in the 6 a.m. I send a message. Hello, hello, grandmother.
Nice.
How are you? Yeah, give me a blessers, yeah, because it's important, and I really appreciate that because it's a connection. Yeah, the family is the first connection in your life. So, what about you, Mariana? Oh my God.
If
And
you
you, Mariana, do you have any tradition in your family?
I listened just to Anna in the final. I was thinking it's me or Katiana. If I have a one tradition, is yes, we have a simple tradition. For example, when we be ever together, we normally cooking together. You know, me and my mother, my sister, and my brother, we just go to the kitchen and cooking something. I thought it's the simple tradition, but it's common for us.
Perfect. I have the same experience, but it's just cook. But my grandmother are responsible about that. But I remember about the uh, lunch in the Sunday or in the during the week. It's very common. Yeah, and yeah, I miss it a lot about that because it's really important. Yeah, have that connection and was good memories that I have.
Yeah.
And about you, Katiana, do you have any tradition in your family?
I think yes. Like you, I think it's common. My family is an Italian family, and if you don't ask for the blessing, I think when you was a kid, you tomar pito. I don't remember this in English, but every kid grow up with ask for blessing. It's very important, and I teaching these things for my daughter. The family of my husband is from Bahia, and this thing it's very strong in her family. And I think it's the other thing is about the food. My family is Italian food, and the food in the Italian it's very the stay together with a grandmother, for example, it's a big a good part when you grow up in an Italian family. I remember I and other primos, cousins, and around the table, and my grandmother do the pasta, a big pasta with a big rolo de macarrão. I don't remember these things in English, but when I remember my grandmother, I remember about this. I stay around the table, cooking a pasta, cooking other thing, and I think this memory. It's very strong in my mind. And now, when my mother and my daughter stay together, they cooking, they cooking sometimes. In Espírito Santo, it's mentira, but I think in the other states you say cueca virada and other things, and I think cueca virada in São Paulo. But every time my grandmother and my daughter cooking, and now I'm cooking with my daughter. I'm cooking a chocolate cake, and I think the memories about food and family it's stronger for me.
Yeah.
It's very.
I have the same point of view because it's like
I don't understand very well, guys. Cueca virada, what do you mean? It's a food, it's a mode. I don't understand very well.
It's a food. It's like you one cookie, but you are put this cookie in the oil, in the óleo quente and frita, and I don't remember this name in the other places. Here in Espírito Santo é mentira. But I remember São Paulo, I think is cueca virada, but I see in the I see in the Google, in the orelha de gato, in the other places of Brazil, the name is
yeah,
crazy.
Deborah, I just know it's a kind of food, but I don't know if it's common in Fortaleza. I think it's not. Okay. But it's interesting because we have the strong influenced reference about the food in your family. Yeah. So I have the same point of view that I remember, for example, I love cake because my two grandmothers are baker cake in the afternoon, and I loved that. When I felt a smell of cake, yeah, something like that, I remember about my grandmothers, and I remember about my childhood. It's amazing moment in my life, and I miss a lot about the have a breakfast or lunch with my family. Yeah, because it's a connection with another people, and the food is the best way to do that. And there is one thing during that's meeting with your family. It's about conflict because we have some conflicts in your family, yeah. And we are talk about that in the I think the next question. Yeah, about the five question number 5. Can you read, Mariana, and answer?
Yes. How do you deal with the conflict with your family? Depends on the situation, but most of the time Eu que faço. I'm do the conciliation. For example, I'm always living far from my mother, mesmo quando I live in Brazil. So, in the moments my mother called me for resolve the situation, but I don't live in the same city, so for call I going to resolve the things with my brothers. But it's normal, this happen in family, but most of the time I try to keep our units, because it's just for people, so we need to understand each other, you know.
But every family, I think there is a conflict in your family. Yeah, in your space. Yeah, it's not it's normal. It's not normal. It's common. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
because after the divorce for my mother and my father, it's very complicated. So after that, we face for so much bad situation. My father is aggressive, and after that, she left big uh, contas, sabe? Pendências, yes. So after we, além de lidar com divórcio, we need to lidar com esta situação.
yeah, I feel you. It's hard sometimes because yeah, we have some conflicts in my family too. I have some things like that. And about you, Katiana, what the main way or the best way to resolve conflicts in your family?
I have one brother, and my brother and my father don't speak the same language sometimes. Yes, because
They speak Portuguese, but it's not the same language, the same
yes,
information.
yes, because one say pineapple and other understand watermelon. It's very difficult. And in the past, I stay in the middle of this conversation, because every time my father, I think now I'm understand, because my father see my daughter, my brother like a kid. For the parents, you don't grow up. Every time your father and mother see you with a kid, and my father is not a polite person, because don't have study and say the things with a rude mode sometimes. And my brother understand like a declaração de guerra, and it's a big thing. One a little thing changing a very a 30 war in the world. And in the past, I stay in the middle of this conflict, but now no more, because I understand the importance of the people speak to and have a time for speaking and see, because sometimes when we stay in the middle of the conflict, you don't resolve the origin of the problem. And now I'm avoid. In the past, I stay all the moment in the middle of this conflict, but now I don't stay more.
Yeah, we need to recognize about our responsibility. Yeah, it's not your responsibility to resolve that, solve that. Yeah, it's something about conversation, communication between them. Yeah, sometimes the best thing we can to do is just stay and wait that person resolve that. Yeah, because it's not your responsibility all the time. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
And about you, Deborah, how do you handle conflicts with your family?
Guys, actually, I don't handle very well about the conflict family. I prefer to wait, and it's quite, and yeah, I always prefer to walk away and then come back to talk, yeah, and try resolve the situation. But see, in another time is, for example, when the situation I can't resolve it, I'll always prefer to stay silent and walk away, because it is I don't handle very well about conflict. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard because conflicts
Yeah.
are hard when you need to resolve with another person. But when you talk about your family, it's so hard too, because you know about the other person, and sometimes it's hard to explain about your point of view, your different point of view.
Yeah, sometimes in this specific situation, other persons we can't resolve the situation. It's just a struggle. Yeah.
Yeah. So we are talking about the conflict, but I think the most important is recognize how can your family can give your support in your life. So Katiana, can you read the question number 7 and answer?
Yeah. How important is family support during difficult times? I think it's very I think the family is the base. And now I every time I speak with my daughter, I stay together in the good moments, but if you have the problem, stay with me and ask for the help, because sometimes if the kids don't understand this in the future, when she grew up and uh, she a teenager in 6 years, for example, and if you have a problem, don't stay with me, don't contact me. And sometimes I think it's very important the kids grow up with and understand the if you have a problem, talking with your mother, with your father. But I think you need stay with the doors and the big doors open, because sometimes I see many fathers and mothers close the door for many things. And I think it's important to speak about sexual life, about about difference, respect the difference between the people, because everyone is unique. And I think it's important. I remember when I was a teenager, I go to the college, to the faculdade, and I cry every day because I'm missing a lot my mother. And my mother said that time, if you wish, return to the house. And I said, no, mother, it's my wish to stay here, but I miss you. And in that time, I cry for I think it's 20 days. Every day I go to the bed, cry a lot. But my mother speak with me, if it's important for you, return to the house. But when I understand this support, yes, if it's necessary, return, but I stay here for you. And for me, these things, I remember this. And with my daughter, I speak every time, if you need something with me, speak. And I change my mind of thinking, because I think my mother said these things every day.
Tatiana, I have the same experience like you, and I feel you a lot. And I think Mariana too, because Mariana, please don't cry. It's not for to be a sad day or a sad conversation, but that's involve a lot of emotion. Yeah. So thank you, Katiana, for sharing with us about that, because I felt the same thing when I have a problems in my life, or when I miss my family a lot, because sometimes the life it's that, yeah, and it's important because we can grow up with that situation. But it's so important when your family are open to receive you, if you gave up, or if you don't want to follow that's way, yeah, that's choice, something like that. Mariana, can you answer that question? How important is your family when you talk about the troubles or difficult times?
It's like Katiana said, when I married, I faced the same situation. I cry every day. I have a panic attack. I thought it's very difficult, and my mother said the same thing with Katiana said. And because when I married, I moved to another city, and it's the first time I'm feel far from my mother. And she said, I'm here if you need call me, if you need something, call me, go to visit me, but it's your dream. You need to live in there. So I'm feel much better, but most of the time it's time with we have some difficulty. She support me, and she pray for me all the time. And I when I need something, I call her and say, Mom, mother, I need you pray for me in this situation.
Guys,
Yeah.
I'm very surprised because I to do that same thing all the time when I call it for my mother. It's mother, pray for me because it's
Yeah.
hard and I need you, I need your faith, I need your love. And
And it's no it's very necessary. It's
yeah,
very important.
yeah,
She
and
gives me a big support.
yeah. In this moment, we recognize it's not about the material things. It's not about just
Yeah,
the food. It's not about just have a space in your house. It's about your emotional comfort.
yeah,
Yeah, to be, yeah, confident about it's about your love, about to be loved. Yeah. Deborah, do you have the same experience like us? Because I have the same experience like Mariana and Katiana.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Yeah.
share with us, please.
I call my mother and I ask her pray for me too. And but I have a good support because I have my mother, my sister, and my loving mother because I love her. And always I call about the situation issues in here because I have a lot of issues in here, and I every day I call my mom and my loving mother and please pray for me because it's so hard here. Is and I love this because sometimes it is a situation you I feel better. Yeah, it's about your good words in your situations. Have always good words.
Yeah, perfect. It's amazing when we recognize we have the same experience, because when you are passing about the problem or trouble in your life, the mother or your family, it's the crucial in your life to give that support. Yeah. So yeah. So how was the conversation, Fernanda? Did you like?
I did like, it was really interesting. We have very similar opinions about many things.
Yeah, in the group, the main room was the same thing. We share the same experience. But do you like?
Yes, I did. It was really interesting.
Yeah.
The topic.
By the way, guys, I don't know if you know, Yasmin is my sister. She lives with me, and we have a lot of conflicts at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Crazy. Good situation here.
So, Angelo, how was the conversation?
It's good conversation because the interest topic is talk about it. For me, family is most important for your beliefs, for your thinker, for your nowadays in your future. It's most important. It's family is your porto seguro when people talk in Brazil. Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. And we have the same point of view in the main room. And we talk about a lot of things about to be a mother too. Yeah, I don't know if because today we are celebrate the Mother's Day, but yeah, in the month, yeah. But when we talk a lot about family and how important. And for example, I live with my sister, and my sister in this moment, it's my family here. Yeah. How was the conversation, Yasmin?
It was very nice. I really enjoyed talking to Angelo and Fernanda, and we realized we're kind of almost in the same family. Because we had we agreed in some opinions, and it was very nice. I really enjoyed.
Okay. Thank you guys for coming for that conversation. I put in the chat the link for survey. Please send me a feedback about a new subject or about the conversation. Okay. And I really love it about that conversation. It was very good. Mariana, please don't cry. Everything will be okay. Your family love you. And Deborah too, okay? And
Okay.
Tatiana, I really appreciate it. All the conversation and all the information about to be a mother. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, guys. So I will be here in the next Friday. Okay, 7 a.m. again, and I will be happy if I can have a meeting or conversation with us. Okay. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you. Take care.